All right. Recording now. Just FYI.
Let's go.
Let's have another session. So, you like to play engaging supports, right? You know, like Thresh,
Yeah.
Alistar, and such. So last time we had a session with Alistar, if I remember correctly, as well.
Yeah.
And we were talking about a lot of things like doing combos, being more aggressive. And
Yes.
let's see how you've improved. So, talking about last session, you know, if we look at champions like in this draft, right? Where you're against Victor, Senna, and Caitlyn. And would you say Alistar is a good pick into that?
I don't see the screen, by the way.
I forgot to share my screen with you. So let me do that real quick. There we go. Now you can see it.
The draft is pretty bad, but I was forced to first pick. So I was like, let's go Alistar.
Okay, why do you say the draft is bad? Like, let's go back to the picks here. So why do you say this is bad? Like, what's your reasoning?
The Caitlyn is a huge counter.
Mm-hmm.
And Poppy also, I don't like to play against Poppy with Alistar.
Okay. Okay, nice. You've nailed it pretty much head on. Like, Victor and Senna are not really a big problem. Senna is potentially a problem because of her second ability. But Caitlyn is indeed a problem. Like, a good Caitlyn will destroy you. And you probably know why already, right?
Yep.
Because the third ability, she like, if she times it, she can dodge your second ability. She can dodge your all engage, basically.
The moment I go in and she dodges it, I lose half my HP.
Yeah, exactly. So, in fact, it's a bad draft, but you know that already, and you first picked Alistar. Phase Rush is gonna... Okay, would you say Phase Rush is better here or Aftershock? The runes. And just so you know, I'm just asking this. This doesn't immediately mean that your rune is wrong. I'm just asking you, just to get information.
I honestly never thought about Aftershock with Alistar because Phase Rush is... I love the fastness.
Okay, hey, look at this. There we go. You see? This is what we talked about last time. Exactly.
Yeah.
You see? This is what I meant. And you can already see it paying off, right? Because last time we were talking about you just hiding in a bush and pushing an enemy back. Just like this. And as you can see, Senna wants none of that. And there you go. Easy flash, right? So we can already see some improvements from last time, which actually makes me pretty excited. That's good.
Compared to last time with the hiding in the bush, I'm almost always in a bush trying to get a flash.
Yes. That's it. Like, that's what you... And I can see already what you're trying to do. You know, you're trying to see if they get close, flash behind, and push them back, right?
Yep.
Exactly, and that's also what we talked about. And that's how you win early game with an Alistar, indeed. So perfect. And
These plays, it made so much better.
the tip, right? Like to wait in a bush and
Yeah.
push an enemy back, potentially flash behind them and such. And yeah, right, like as you can see here, you're not doing anything, but it's okay. Remember? Like, I remember you in the first session, you told me you want to be proactive, you want to help your team, and oftentimes you would go in and take free damage. Now it's a lot different. You're just waiting in the bush. But you see how it's a major improvement? Just your mere presence is making them scared. You see how they're positioning themselves behind? They're scared of you, even though you're not doing anything. There we go. And there we go. Like, if this was the first time, you would have probably done an engage here, wouldn't you? Like this one, you would have probably engaged. And
For sure.
it would not have been the best engage. Like, this one is questionable. You know, potentially you can go in like this. The reason I say it's questionable is because you were not quite level 3 yet. Only now you reached it. But you can see she was anticipating it. If you did go in, she would have rooted you and you would have taken a lot of damage. So, yeah. Like, in lower elos, engages like that will work. But in high elos, it doesn't. Nice.
Over there, I was thinking about it.
There we go. This is so much, dude. I don't think I've ever seen such an improvement after one session from anyone that I've ever coached, just so you know. Let me tell you one thing, though. What you did right here was great. But do you know about the way you can combo this faster?
The Q flash.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You ever tried it?
Sometimes, but I'm scared to feel it, so I don't. But I have to try it more.
Okay, you should... Just so you know, I understand you're scared that you're going to fail it. You have like 30 MS, so there's a very low chance you're going to fail it. If you're just quick enough with it, you're not going to fail it. And to make sure you don't fail it, just go into practice mode. This is something I've done a lot with Fiora and Camille and champions with difficult combos. Just to make sure I do the combos correctly, I practice them in practice mode on a dummy, so I can become more confident. Because if you do this, Now if you do this, there's a chance she can use her third ability and get out. She has to be really quick, but there's a chance. Also flash, she has time to flash, right? So you really want to learn that combo. Like in a situation like this, you always want to do the Q flash combo rather than flash Q. It's a lot better. But look, now you can see, you're actually playing your champion correctly. Like I really have no other remarks than that combo from your early game. You've played the early game pretty much perfectly here.
Nice.
Yeah, you really have. Like this is great. Even this, like your fighting is amazing. Because like you already had the fundamentals down of this champion. I really felt like you just need a bit of fine tuning.
Yeah. Just to work with the champ, it's easy for me because I spammed it a lot. But the close things like that, I didn't know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's why we're doing this, right? But just so you know, like I've played with a player named Keys. Do you know Keys?
Yeah.
Yeah, you of course you know Keys. So he needs no introduction, right? Like he's an Alistar main, and he does the craziest combos that I've ever seen when I play with him, and it's so funny when I play with him. I should maybe ask him to play again so you could get some good content from that. I'll just ask him specifically to play Alistar again.
His
All right.
Alistar is amazing.
Yeah, dude, it's insane. Absolutely insane. It's wild. Okay, so another thing we talked about was changing your wards from the control ward to a normal ward and a sweeper. What have you done with that advice? Like, how have you changed your game?
The early game, I used the ward. The ward in the bush over there helps a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Because gangs, you see the gangs way earlier.
Mm-hmm.
Only swapping to sweeper, I have to get in my head a bit more.
Yeah, so sweeper is generally better late game. I like this as well, what you did, so they can't see you. It's a nice idea, nice little idea you did. But yes, there we go. Man, your combos are so much better. It's crazy. Like again, you forced a heal, you forced summoner spells. And the thing about this as well, it's a mental game too, right? Like when you keep doing this, and this is what Keys told me as well, right? The enemies are gonna get scared of you. So like, for example, if they ever get in a good position, maybe they're not gonna go in because they're gonna be scared of you.
I've seen it a lot. When the moment they see me, they get scared.
Yes, and that's because the way you're playing. Like you just hex flashed on her ass. Okay. Okay, so right here, let's go back here. See what happened. Your engage was a little late, it seems like. Let me see what happened again. Because like as an Alistar, you always want to tank the turret. So like, I can see you're moving towards this guy, but honestly, what you need to do, just hit one of them. Because you want to tank. You have your ult, you want to tank. Because right here, what's going to happen now is you engage late. So she's tanking, which is forcing her to go out of the turret and forcing you into a bit of a difficult position, ganking that guy as well. And there you go, exactly. And then you die because of it. So like, as an Alistar, you always want to be the guy that tanks first. Always. Yeah. Like, also, your ultimate was not good here. You used it for no reason. Yeah, you should have used it now.
I hoped I could tank the turret before she did. So that's why I ulted instantly, but that was not smart.
Yeah, I mean, it's quite obvious when the turret attacks you, right? Like here you can see she attacked first, but like of course when you tank the turret, it shows you the exclamation mark, it gives you the sound, it shows red. So you don't see that, so there's no reason for you to ult. There's only two reasons to ult: when you're gonna take damage, the turret, or when you get stunned. And right here, boom, this is when you ult and you keep chasing her, you kill her, and then you run out of the turret. But because you failed your ult, you died here. And also, you tanked that for no reason, by the way. Why did you tank that last shot? Like, you wanted to be a good support for your team or whatnot, but...
Like, over here, I was looking at the other two so that they don't get shot once.
Okay. So the thing is, though, they can tank that shot. Like, if you... While you're moving here, you need to use your right finger on the right side of your phone to move your camera, and or you can look on the minimap to see how much HP they actually have. If they're low HP, you should, like, if they're low, you should even suicide for them because you are just a support. But she actually has 75% HP. So she can tank a turret shot, but you are taking huge damage here. And it's risky because you don't know where the jungler is, you don't know where anyone is, you actually only know the mid, but you don't know where the jungler is. So It would have been a lot better for you to walk out, take the honey fruit, and then keep fighting. So you kind of died unnecessarily here.
Okay.
So like the only mistake you made here, actually 2 mistakes, was you didn't engage fast enough, so you didn't tank the initial shot, which forced Lilia to go outside of the turret and then go back in. And the second mistake was you kind of disrespected their jungler. You thought you can just tank it. You never really thought about a gank, right? You just thought, okay, I just need to tank it and I'll leave anyways. But no, you're gonna get ganked as well.
Yeah. Over here, my biggest mistake was also not warding, I think.
Mm-hmm. Your warding is indeed also not that good here. It's better than last time, I want to say, because last time it was terrible. I remember last time, like, you would not
Yeah.
really ward anything. But I'm kind of analyzing how you're going to ward. I don't want to talk about it too much right now, because I want to see mostly what you're going to do mid-later game with the wards. The early game, most thing you want to do, you can see my mouse, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you want to ward over here. This is really, honestly, bro, this is the only spot you got to know of. Over here, like behind this wall. Just ward there, and that's it. Like, it's the only spot you ever want to ward on.
That little ward saved me so many times.
Over there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that ward is the most broken place ever, because you're gonna see when the jungler comes from here, from the river. You're gonna see when he comes from his jungler. And when they pop that blue vision plant, it doesn't see that ward, because they often will shoot it downwards. So like,
Yeah.
it's the best spot ever for a ward. And in a situation like this, I don't really care about this ward. Just go and put that ward there. Especially because you have 2 wards available. Whenever you have 2 available, just find a spot, dude. Like, wards are worth so much more than most people think. Just the information you get out of them. Okay. Nice, you wanna dive. Exactly. Oh, and that's the combo as well, though. Yeah, look at that. Good ult as well. The problem here is not you, it's your Jinx, actually. Did you see what happened?
So scared.
Yes, you did the right thing there. Like, your engage was phenomenal. This, the ignite, the ult. The ult was slightly late, but it's fine. You really need to actually you need to learn the timing of the ult. Like, it's a cleanse, so basically, I want you to use it here already. Like, don't use it in the middle. Immediately. Actually pay attention. You know, do you play with sound? I can hear sound, but like, do you also actually play with sound?
Yeah.
So there's some abilities you can get sound cues. So like right here, you get a visual cue, because you can see there's this thing around you, the circle. And you can hear the sound of the Senna's second ability. So you should really already anticipate it. Because like, I can tell you're reacting to it. So like, you didn't anticipate it, you reacted to it. Is that right?
Yeah, true.
Right, so like when you react, you know, humans don't react that fast. So you kind of lost some time, like half a second, which matters more than you think. So anticipate things rather than reacting to them.
Okay.
Like, pay attention to, am I gonna get stunned by this enemy? And be ready for it. Like, be ready for it rather than, okay, I'll wait until I'm stunned and then I'm gonna ult. That's never the right approach, never. Always anticipate. Yeah, here you cannot go in, by the way. Don't know what you were thinking, but... Oof. Yeah, so your engage was good, but you just didn't have enough HP to follow it up.
Yeah. I already knew that if I jump and run out, I would survive, but I couldn't stay to get the kill.
That's fine. It's okay. I just want to say again, like, this is so much better than the first gameplay. Like, this is so much better. Like, you could... If you play like this, I think you would get away with playing in a challenger lobby. Like, you would be fine. Yeah, look at that. Look at that. You did a perfect combo and then a perfect... This, you see? This is what you need to do as an Alistar. You dive, you tank the turret, you use your ultimate, you push him into the wall, and then you use your first ability. There's nothing to say, dude.
Nice.
Like, you should be winning games now. Isn't that right? Like, you should be... If you play like this, you should be winning a lot more. You should be carrying a lot more.
Those few little tips, especially for early game, changed my win rate a lot.
I can tell. Like, if you play like this... What elo were you in again?
I'm almost Grandmaster. Like,
Yeah.
4 away.
So in that elo, you're already pretty high elo, but you should still be stomping most games. Because you're like, this is challenger level that you're playing right now. I would say like
Okay.
low challenger level. Like low challenger level, you would be completely fine playing like this. And with further improvements, you're gonna be able to play in top tier lobbies. Honestly, I didn't expect this, dude, because first time you played, I would have rated you around Diamond Master because of the mistakes you made, but you immediately improved on pretty much everything. And there we go, that's a perfect engage as well. You can see, dude, if you play Alistar well, everyone is gonna flash away from you because they just can't deal with your combos. Like,
People are so scared.
it's not that they're scared, is they just... I mean, yeah, I guess they get scared because of the way you're playing. Because they know what you're capable of on this champion. And here again, you walk under the turret and you tank. So, like, there's nothing to talk about here. Look, you stay under the turret. You're playing perfectly here.
Nice.
Yes, 100%. Let's take a look at your build. Because that was a thing last time as well. I can't see what you built. Do you remember what you built?
The first item was Dawnshroud that I was
Yes.
doubting about.
Mm-hmm.
But I was like, Senna, that Dawnshroud is kind of good. Next item, I'm not sure anymore.
Okay. And it's actually great that you're going Dawnshroud. Because you're right. I remember last session, I think you were against a Senna as well. And you were against an enemy that had a Duskblade of Draktar. So we were talking about items, right? And Dawnshroud was one of those items. You kind of knew what it did, but you just never really gave it a try. But now you are doing it. And Dawnshroud does a lot of damage. And indeed, it reveals, which is incredibly good against Senna. Which helps a lot in this game you're in right now. So again, like, that's a great choice of items you're going.
At the moment we talked about it, I saw Senna, I was instantly thinking, oh yeah, Dawnshroud.
Dawnshroud. That's right. Okay. There, look, there we go. You see the difference? This is anticipating. I want you to do this every single time. Look at this. This is what you need to do constantly. Boom. It's as if you didn't even get rooted. Because not only do you just remove the CC, there is a surprise factor to this. Look, now we're going to talk about more high elo stuff. Like we talked about all the lower mid elo stuff like warding, combos and such. Like now I want you to, now it's a mental game, you know? Let's imagine the enemy being like a top tier sovereign player. It's a mental game at this point. When he shoots that second ability on you, this Senna, okay? They both, like both of them now think, okay, he's going to get rooted. I'm okay for 1 second. They're going to think that.
Yeah.
So when you then immediately ult like this, boom, see, now you've gotten them. Now you caught him off guard. You can now first ability flash, okay? And then push him back. See, this is the real advanced, this is the real advanced stuff on Alistar. You can bait with your ult. If you're as fast as this, because they feel safe. Look, the moment he hits that, you see he walks up. Like, you see how he walks up? Completely within your range because he knows, like, Alistar is not going to engage on me. Right? So this is the moment when you block it, you go in. Unfortunately, she used her ability to block you, which is actually super sad. Because you would have gone in there. Wow. But like, these are the types of things you need to think about.
Okay.
If you're fast with that ult, you'll bait the enemies in, and then you can do your combos onto them. By the way, before you go in like this, I don't see you ever moving your camera. Why is that?
I don't really move. I'm trying to get better at it, but I'm not really used to moving the camera.
Okay. Does it feel awkward for you? Like when you're standing here to move the camera, do you want to have control? Do you want to see your champion in the middle of the map?
No, you don't.
Okay, what's the issue then?
Over here, I saw the portrait logs. So I was just looking at the portrait logs and I was like, good enough.
Okay. Yeah, I never want you to do that because that's not enough, man. Because, okay, there's a few things to consider. The portrait logs only shows you how much HP they have.
Yeah.
Number one, it doesn't show you how many barriers they have. Like, let's say they have a barrier, it doesn't show you. Number two, it doesn't show you how much mana they have. And number three, it doesn't show you exactly where they're positioned. So, like, all we can tell from here is Senna has 60% HP. But we don't know if Senna has enough mana to use her second ability. So if you go in, is she going to be able to root you or not? You don't know because you're not looking. So I really want you to try to learn this. Like,
okay.
before you go in like this, just, you're standing still anyways. Just use your right finger, your right index finger on this place here, on the right, and just move your camera ever so slightly, just a little bit. And to make you more comfortable at this, I suggest you go in your settings and change the sensitivity of the camera to make it comfortable for you. Because if the sensitivity is too low, you're going to have to move your finger too much. If it's too high, it's going to be too fast. So when you try it then, your brain is automatically going to say, okay, I don't feel comfortable doing this. I'm not going to do it again.
Yeah.
But if you go into practice mode, again, practice mode, and you find out the perfect sensitivity for you, when you try it in a game, you're going to notice, hey, wait, I'm actually getting information out of this and it's easy for me. It's going to be a lot easier for you to learn that habit when you first fix the settings and then you do it rather than doing it with the standard settings.
Okay. I never thought about it that way.
Oh, what a beautiful engage again. Really nice. Actually, I remember talking about this too. Remember when I told you, like, hide behind a wall and just wait for the right moment? It's crazy. You're actually applying everything we talked about. It's really, really crazy, actually. Because look, you just caught them off guard again. Because, like, they have no idea an Alistar is going to flash to them from their own jungle, Oh, by the way.
Here I was thinking between Senna or Victor, but I thought Senna is a free kill over here.
Yeah.
Victor, I don't know.
No, you did it correctly. Completely fine.
All right.
So here, you're backboarding. What are we missing? You see what we're missing to do?
Ward.
Exactly. So the most valuable wards are wards in the enemy jungle, especially on the blue buff and the red buff. You have 2 wards. Put it here. Just put it here.
No.
There's actually one piece of advice I gave to one of my older clients, which was make the ward button bigger. And
I saw it.
Yeah, you saw that video. He made it so big, but he still forgot. Perhaps you should give that a try as well. Just make it bigger. But I want to just say something for the video real quick because I'm doing this is for all the new people that want to get coaching. I'm doing a special promo for December, taking in maximum of 10 people. 2 spots have already been taken, and there's like 2 subscription links you can subscribe to for like 1 session per month or 3 sessions per month. Check it out if you want to get coached by me as well. And yeah, that's it. Let's continue. And also, if people enjoy this type of content, just give it a like. Let me know in the comments and such. I suppose I'll do it more often.
You will see crazy improvements. Just saying.
Hey, that's good to hear. Bro, we should have recorded the first one because, like, the difference, man, it's... I'm honest, dude. I'm so surprised and so happy that you improved so well. Like, it really shows that you are an incredible player. You just needed a little bit of guidance. I knew that already. Like, I saw your potential. What is it?
It made it so much better.
Yeah, dude. Oh, there we go. That ward. Perfect. That ward, infinite value. Nice. Also, Dragons and Baron, by the way. Also, ward those. There we go. This is huge. Like, this right here. This is the type of stuff that can win or lose games. These 2 wards, incredible value. Incredible. Because, like, just look on your map, dude. You can see their entire jungle. Everything. Everything. Just from your wards. It's immense value. Okay. Okay, so you're moving your camera while you're walking. I'm not sure if we talked about this before, but do you have that setting turned on where you can click on your minimap to walk to a certain place?
Yeah.
Do you ever use it?
Yeah.
When do you use it?
When it's early game and I just walk to lane,
Mm-hmm.
I look around the lanes.
Okay,
if
so
I maybe see an ultimate or something.
That's perfect. So a moment like this, why don't you use that setting? Why are you walking with your joystick rather than the minimap thingy where you can just click on it?
Because this was such a small distance. That was mostly the reason.
From your base still there? You say like this was a small distance?
From base till first turret, and then I looked at myself again, and then I knew I was with someone.
Okay. Okay, if you feel more comfortable doing it like that, then you're gonna do it like that. Just so you know, when you click on the map though, it's generally a lot easier to move around the camera. Because you're only going to be busy with one thing rather than using your joystick. Because like what happens, at least to me, what happens often when I try to do that. Sometimes I'll walk into a wall and I'll just forget myself into that wall, right? I don't know if that ever happens to you. But there's like corners. Yeah, there's corners in the map where you can just walk in the wall and get lost. That's a beautiful engage as well. So now, see this is the pivotal moment of the game, by the way, where you want to go sweeper. Okay. This, you know, now we've gotten to the late game. Baron is in the game and stuff like that. This is, I would say, generally around 10 minutes is the pivotal moment in the game where we want to swap from the yellow ward to the sweeper. Sweeper provides more value now than the ward. Because like right here, for example, you can approach the bushes with a sweeper. And then even if he has a ward, he's not going to see you. So like try to swap to sweepers around 10 minutes in the games.
Alright. That was the only thing I was thinking about. When it's the good moment to swap it around.
10 minutes.
Okay.
If you have a game where you're roaming a lot, with a Deadman's Plate and such, you can even buy it early game. So it depends on your aggressiveness. And if you have a game you're losing super hard, you want to keep wards. Okay. Unless you feel like you can find a moment to go in. Because I'm like, it's a difficult answer that I'm giving to you. It's not really yes or no, but that's the reality of it. So 70% of the games, you're just okay going for sweepers 10 minutes into the game. But you have the other 30% where you have to, you know, do situational things. Okay. Right there, your ult was a little bit too early. It's fine, I suppose it happens.
Yeah, over there I got scared, like...
Yeah, you would have died. It was a good flash,
yeah.
You would have died. 100% you would have died. It was good. Yeah. Yeah, you messed up your ultimate only, but it's fine. Okay, so you're going Zeke's Convergence. And if I ask you, why do you go for that? Again, when I ask, it doesn't mean it's a mistake. I'm just asking.
A little bit for the damage. And I mostly dive backlines over here. So I was like, that keeps the backline close to me.
Exactly. And it's exactly the right item for this specific scenario. Because you are indeed mostly diving the backline. These three champions over here. And Zeke's Convergence, the damage is okay as well. But it's indeed mostly to keep them close, which is just amazing in this team. Because also, something else you got to pay attention to when you go Zeke's is take a look at your team and check if they have a lot of slows. So for example, if your team has a Morgana with Rylai's Scepter, it reduces the value of your Zeke's. Because, yeah, because they changed, this was a change they did like a month ago or something, where slows do not stack anymore. The game only picks the highest slow. So again, for example, you have a Singed in your team with a Rylai's Scepter, you should never go Zeke's because Singed is already slowing them. So it's a lot better to go for a different item. This particular game, you know, looking at how many slows your team has, you have a Jinx with a second ability. So she has a little bit of slowing, but it's nowhere near enough to justify you skipping the Zeke's. So that's why Zeke's is really good here. But keep that in mind. Like, you know, take a look at your team. Do I have enough slows in my team? If the answer is yes, you don't go Zeke's. If your team already has a lot of slows, then you don't need Zeke's.
Okay.
Let's take a look at their comp. So,
yeah.
Huh?
What is a good counter to Nautilus? Because I always lose against him.
So you're saying when you play Alistar, what is a good thing to do against Nautilus?
Is Alistar good in the Nautilus?
Alistar into... I wouldn't say so. I wouldn't... let me think about this actually. Alistar into Nautilus. I would prefer Nautilus pick into Alistar.
Yeah, exactly.
But like, what can you do against Nautilus? It's a bit of a difficult question because I... So, do you mean what can I do against him in lane or just in general? In a team fight?
Mostly when I'm against Nautilus, I lose lane, and when you lose lane, it's becoming a hard game.
Okay, why do you lose lane? Like, what happens what type of scenarios happen which make you lose lane when you're against Nautilus?
Most of the time, when the support engages on my ADC, I can protect him. But
Okay.
against the Nautilus, I'm like, yeah, what can I do?
Okay. So
You're
indeed, you
rooted.
can protect him. Like if Nautilus engages on your ADC, you can protect him in one of two ways, either pushing Nautilus away or pushing the enemy ADC away. A nice trick I actually do against Thresh especially, and against just Pike, for example. Let's say Thresh goes in, and Nautilus, same thing. I make a decision. Do I want to disengage or do I want to fight? If I want the fight to not happen, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna push Nautilus away. Okay? So Nautilus engages on my ADC. He hooks the ADC. I just push him. I don't do second ability, first ability. I just use the second ability to just push him away. Okay? And then the fight is done. If I wanna fight, let's say Nautilus goes in, and like you think by yourself, okay, Nautilus is 50% HP. He's a little bit low. What you're gonna do instead is you're gonna push the ADC away. Just push, okay? Don't knock him, like don't do second ability, first ability. Just push him away. And then use your first ability on the Nautilus, who's on top of your ADC. And then your third ability to then also stun him. What that's gonna do is when you push the ADC away, the enemy ADC, they're not gonna be able to fight for like 2 seconds. So your ADC, he's stacking his Conqueror, lethal tempo and everything. You are attacking Nautilus. And if you do that, you're gonna beat him. But again, there are some matchups you don't beat him, especially because he's a bit stronger than you during these moments. But that's really what you do in lane to counter him. So you make a decision. Do I want to fight or not? Don't fight. Push Nautilus away. Fight. Push ADC away.
Okay.
Got it? Do you have any other questions about the Nautilus matchup?
I play more champs than only Alistar. What could be a good champ against him?
Against Nautilus?
Yeah.
I find it very difficult to play against Nautilus as well. That's why I'm having a bit difficulties explaining it to you, because Nautilus, in my eyes, is an incredibly powerful support. So, like, what would I pick further into Nautilus? You know what is also good into Nautilus? If you pick an enchanter like Nami and you go Veil. You know the Veil enchant?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you can pick someone like Nami because she can knock Nautilus up when he engages. And then when he's about to ult, you can just Veil your ADC.
Oh, yeah.
And when you pick an enchanter like that, Janna, for example, is actually really good into Nautilus because there's multiple ways. Like you can tornado Nautilus during his hook. You can push him back with your Janna ult. And then, of course, you have Veil as well. Lulu, I like picking Lulu into Nautilus as well. For the same reason, you can knock Nautilus up by ulting your ally, right? But I would never pick another melee engaged support into Nautilus. I don't know. Like, I don't really like those matchups. Because, like, Thresh loses against Nautilus. Pike is a bit questionable. Pike is okay, but still a bit questionable against Nautilus. Blitzcrank doesn't beat Nautilus. They don't beat him. Nautilus is the strongest out of all of them.
Yeah.
So perhaps play Nautilus yourself, dude. Yeah, I think you would like him. I really do.
I played him a lot.
So looking at their team, what are you thinking as an item?
I was thinking here, Twin Guard.
Okay. Why do you think about Twin Guard?
Because the backline, I'm gonna dive them for sure.
Mm-hmm.
But their front line is pretty strong, so it'll be a long fight.
So you're saying they don't have a lot of burst damage?
Yeah.
Okay. Twin Guard is good. Another item I want you to take into potential consideration in situations like this is Randuin's Omen. Randuin's Omen against crit, right? Like when they crit, it tanks more. So first thing, Senna has a lot of crit by herself because of her stacks and stuff. Caitlyn, of course, is full crit. And then interestingly, Poppy went for this item, Sundered Sky, which actually also has a crit. When she engages, it just crits once. So Randuin's Omen is quite good into situations like that as well if you want to be a bit tankier. And especially this particular game. I would not go Twin Guard myself. And the reason being, like, I would go armor. Like, whatever item I want to go, I would go armor for sure. And the reason being is because if we look at Victor, which is their only magic damage champion, he's not really doing anything. He's like 0-4. You know, he's not that strong. And the champion itself, like, would you say Victor can do a lot of damage to Alistar?
No,
So, like, compared to, like, Oriana, for example?
not at all.
Not at all, exactly. So, like, sure, you know, if he gets 5 items, he's still going to hurt you, but let's be realistic. He's never going to kill you. Who is going to kill you is everyone else, right? Caitlyn, Senna, and all of the others. So, we need to counter them. You know, Frozen Heart, Randuin's Omen, Thornmail, those types of items. So, Twin Guard perhaps even is a mistake this game.
Okay.
Because while it's not bad, it's really not bad. It's quite good even. There's just better alternatives because we don't really care about Victor. We just want armor.
Yep.
And other utilities. Nice. Yeah, sometimes it can be a bit frustrating because he should have indeed gone for this this thing.
Jinx came just in time.
Sweet. All right, let's see. Okay, so again, an approach like this. Remember what we talked about? You want to surprise the enemy. This is something we talked about very often during that first session. You want to surprise them. Like, this is not surprising at all. You're just going in head first. And this is fine if your team can follow up. Okay? But remember, we also talked about, let's look around you first before making a decision. Because often you just go in. Like, you're not really looking, you're not really thinking, you just make your play. So let's look around us. Like, what do you see? What do you see when you look around you here? What do you see?
The Jinx is close, but the Wukong is backing.
Okay.
And the mid lane jungle are way too far back.
Okay, and let's look at the enemy team. What information do we have?
We see a stack of Ambessa, Caitlyn, and Senna.
And what about the other two?
No clue.
Okay, so if we make a, you know, if we do some basic mathematics, does this sound like a good idea to engage?
No.
Exactly. So it's not a good idea for multiple reasons. Number one, indeed, he's backporting. Clearly, he wants to go back. He has an item. He wants to get it before the Baron. Let him go back. Secondly, only Jinx is with you. Okay? And Jinx is not mobile. It's not like Jinx is going to dash after you. Jinx needs a while to follow up. Like, look, it takes her so long to get there. Look at this poor guy. He trusts you. Something else, actually, you need to know. When you play this well, people will trust you and follow you. Like, if you're inting in the game, no, like he won't give a shit about you. But because you are performing so incredibly well this game, you can see he sees you go in, he automatically assumes you're doing the right thing. So you see? Like, he sees, okay, wait, my Alistar is going in. Wow, he's carrying the game. I'm going to follow up. I don't really care about my full item. I'm going to go in. So you kind of set your team up for a terrible engage. And then the other reason why it was not a good engage is indeed because you don't see the other two. Like, you have no clue where they are. So, like, you go in, and then suddenly Victor pops up as well. And here you can see the poor Wukong is trying to make a play happen. But it's just, look at this. And I could tell this would be a bad fight. This is a terrible fight.
Yeah,
oh my god, look at it. All of this because you just went in at the wrong moment. Because you didn't look around you. And you went in at the wrong moment. You can see it can cost you games. Look at this. Like, look. It is in fact costing you potentially the game here. Because Poppy had a beautiful engage. And now the enemies are making some great plays. So like that is definitely your biggest thing. You've played this game really well up until this moment. You almost threw the game. You almost threw the game here. So like, how should we approach this, right? Like, let's go back here. So first things first, they put a ward here. You never even want to walk past this ward to go in. See, what I would do, I would move here and try to maybe find an engage. But Victor is over here. So honestly, you can't do anything. Like, just don't go in. Sometimes it's better to just, you know, not go in. Like, just stay here. Because you're giving them all the time to go in. And then, of course, the whole fight went wrong.
Yeah.
You're considering Warmog, I think. Because you were... you want to build that item. So why are you considering Warmog?
Because I was fully stacking armor. Little bit of MR. So I was like, Put in some health.
Put in some health, because that's efficient. Because you don't
Yeah.
want to get too much armor. Too much health. You're right. But Warmog just sucks. The item is just terrible. That's the problem. It's better to go for like a redemption or something.
Okay.
Just to provide some healing to your team. Yeah, like 100%. Warmog, it gives a ton of HP and it's great, but it's just the item. The only way the item is good is against poke. So if you're against a Ziggs or Varus or something, well, actually Varus is now full AP nowadays. But if you're against the Ziggs, Oriana, and all of that, Warmog is really, really good. Because if they hit you, it doesn't matter. Warmog is going to heal you. But let's actually look at this this fight. Okay. Okay, so why do you go in here?
Protect the Drake.
Okay, that's what I wanted to hear. And that is indeed a good, that is a great choice to do. That is really the only answer that I would have accepted right there. Because this was a perfect play. But I just wanted to hear your reasoning behind it. Because like, you know, if we...
Poppy was in and I was like, make it a 1 versus the whole team. So I could keep the team all out.
Yeah. And it was the third Drake as well. This was an extremely important objective. This was actually something we talked about as well. Like as an Alistar, you can push away the enemies from going on objectives. So you actually used that in this game as well. And secured your team the free dragon. Which is really good. You can either do that or you can push away the jungler with your second ability. Both are good.
Come from behind.
There we go. Not going in head first anymore. Going in from behind. There we go. Look at this, man. You're being so valuable to your team. Look at that. Like all of this is because of you. They would never have gotten those kills if you didn't do engage like that. Never. By the way, do you know how Poppy works?
A little bit.
Yeah, when she has that that area around her, the yellow area, don't dash to her. Because it's gonna cancel your dash and she's gonna ground you. Okay. So whenever you see that, let's look at it again. This area. Wait. Yeah, she used it again. Where is it? Here? This area, when you see it, don't engage on her. Like, don't use dashes. That's it. You can engage, but just not with a dash. Because it's just gonna block it. There we go. Nice. This was great, dude. Like, this was amazing. The way you're playing, you should be able to get to Challenger quite comfortably. I would say quite comfortably, yeah, for sure. 100%. Especially when you apply the points of today as well. 100%. Alright, man, do you have any other questions?
Good things into Morgana, because I perma-ban her, but you never know.
So I like to play AD assassins. Or do you mean good supports?
Yeah.
So Senna is really good into Morgana because she does physical damage and she can outrange her. What else would I pick against Morgana support? Okay, never Blitzcrank, FYI, and like never Alistar and that type of stuff, because you know why? Because she has the black shield, right? You don't want to pick you don't want to pick anything that's reliant on CC. So perhaps you can match her with a different enchanter, because any enchanter will be stronger than her.
Okay.
Because when you pick an enchanter, it immediately negates the value of her black shield, because like no one is gonna engage. Like no one is gonna engage on her, so no, she's not blocking any CC. But you are an enchanter, you're gonna do more damage than her. You're gonna give more support to your teammate, because most enchanters have shields, heals, and all of that. Morgana doesn't have any of that, right? The whole point of Morgana is the black shield. So any enchanter really is just a good pick into Morgana. Especially early game. You should always win lane with that. All right, do you have
Perfect.
any other questions?
That was it, man.
All right, let's finish the video as well. Thank you guys for watching. Again, if you want to get coached as well, there's links in the pinned comment and such. And thank you too for doing this for YouTube. Your name is Apple on Discord, so I'll call you Apple.
Yeah.
Thank you, and I'll end the video.